want to say anything? Start us off.
Well, it's Alain and Eddie on the way to YCS Atlanta right now. We're going live from the car. We're coming from Miami, so we haven't hit Orlando yet. Just see what you guys are up to. That way you guys can see what we're up to. Talk about a little bit about Yu-Gi-Oh on the way up. Keep yourselves awake, busy.
Specifically me. I already passed out. We're only 3 hours into the drive. We got a 9-hour drive in total to get to Atlanta because we're from Miami, Florida. I only fell asleep for like 15 minutes, 3 hours into the drive.
Yeah, and pictures have already been taken and posted. And
Jokes have been said. Singing has been done.
Oh, singing. Singing is terrible.
I am amazing.
What's the opposite of amazing?
Fuck off, mate. Oh man. Alright, so you want to start off by saying what you're expecting for YCS Atlanta?
Well, going to YCS Atlanta, it's going to be really hard to know what we're expecting, but according to what we saw this past weekend at the different regionals around the U.S., it's going to look interesting, especially... there you go.
You're live. So we got a bit of a phone
the
call.
screen?
Yeah, I'll clear screen.
No, with the... See how it's fuzzy?
Don't yell at me.
It's your pillow. Not with your finger.
Shut up, Meg. Alright. We're figuring out technology.
Ah, there we go.
Much better?
Yeah.
Alright. Let me fix this real quick. Okay. So,
What was I
we
saying?
noticed for these past few regionals that Dracos are so popular right now. And we weren't prepared for it. And earlier this week, I think it was about Wednesday, I look at Alain and I say to him, Alain, if a masterpiece is on the field, unaffected by traps and monsters, what the fuck are we gonna do?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm just gonna try and play Beals, but that's like legit our best option, as far as I know, aside from, I don't know, Kaijus.
Yeah, you can ride Kaijus, you can ride Beals, you can just have a huge beat stick on board, like Ultimate Conductor. That's another deck we're going to definitely see up there. We're going to be seeing a bunch of different variants of dinos. We're going to be seeing definitely True King dinos. We're actually going to see a lot of pure build dinos with Lost World. And then we're also now going to be seeing Shadal dinos. And I think prominently we're going to see Shadal dinos just because of the new dino that came out with Overtex. Overtex makes that deck just explode, because once you pitch that dino, you get that double evolution pill, and guess what? You have Shadals and dinos in your hand. You're done. You're putting on board Overtex, or you're putting on board Ultimate Conductor with what's that fusion? What's that Shadal? That
Winda.
With Winda, and better make it worthwhile.
It's funny because this time last year, I had started picking up Yu-Gi-Oh again, and the deck I played, it was like the second deck I played when I first started, but the second deck I played was Shadol Trains.
Shadal trains.
Yeah, sitting on a 4,000 defense Durat, I think, or Dora, and oh my god, dude! And every time I special summon it, and then I'd steamroll somebody, I'd be screaming choo choo. God, I just love Shadol Trains. I don't remember why I got rid of them. I shouldn't have got rid of them. I think I'm gonna pick that shit up.
I don't know.
That's a real rogue deck right there.
The first deck I played when I came back last year was Gravekeepers. Definitely having a 4K Visionary on board is pretty nice too.
You know, eventually we'll upload your Gravekeeper deck profile.
Eventually. Yeah.
That's still sitting in my phone.
Oh, we have to re-record because now there's no YC and
oh.
Yeah.
I guess we should redo.
We gotta
redo everybody's.
We gotta redo all the decks and post up updates. I mean, there's already.
I mean, I don't even play the same build for Zoids anymore.
No,
I play more frogs than before. I guess it's mostly Frog Turbo at this point.
Frog Turbo?
Yeah. Should redo that deck.
Get totally also on board
every
fast.
turn.
Damn.
Every single turn.
yeah, so we're definitely gonna see that. We're gonna see dinos. We're gonna see what's next. Oh, trick stars for sure.
Oh my god! Don't get me started with the rant on reincarnation. That is a fucking bullshit card.
But the good thing is, if you're running Ash, you can stop that play real quick.
Yeah, if you play Ash, because it has because it's special summons. And since it's special summons, you can negate the whole effect, right? Because of
No,
Ash.
as long as for Ash, as long as it says any of those conditions, even if you're not using that one condition on there, as long as it says it on the card text, you can negate it.
Yeah, I didn't find out about that until about last week when I was playing against Edward.
No. Well, there you go.
Yeah, and I was just like banish my own hand, and he's like, and I had a pretty good hand with an Ash Blossom, and he looked at me down in the face, and he's like, "You're an idiot. You could have negated it."
Yeah.
Never again.
So trick stars. Oh, we're definitely gonna see pen magicians. We're gonna definitely see a lot of pen magician
No
players.
deck has ever caused me so much stress besides Pendulum Magician.
I mean, there's gonna be different variants. You're gonna see the Mystical Beast variant. You're gonna see a Pure variant. You're gonna be seeing just a bunch of different variants trying to figure out how to make pen magicians work. And then on top of that, you have the pen magician players that succeeded this past weekend, and you're just gonna have a lot of people jumping the train on that. So you gotta be careful and watch out for pen magicians for sure. Another deck you're gonna be looking.
Paleozoic!
Probably
Yes, they're meta again! They're meta! Meta!
We're definitely gonna see Paleos at YCS for sure, especially in the first couple rounds and even in the later tables, depending on who's piloting the deck and what kind of build the Paleos deck is gonna be. What other decks we're probably gonna see? Do you think we're gonna see FAs?
I think so. I think at the beginning rounds we're in the back, and we start working our way to the front of the tables. I think we're gonna see some FAs. Probably see some other rogue decks. Hopefully we never see that Destiny Hero deck again like we did last regionals. That was
I don't know. I beat it. You didn't.
I know. Oh man, it's just the issue is that guy had like every card he drew, it did something. You know? It's not like at the time I was playing Invoke Your Dracos and like you kind of need like certain pieces to come in first before you can start popping off. And then because at some point you're just gonna be like, all right, I draw, nothing, pass. I draw, finally got something. Not in his case. It was like draw, I can do it. Does like infinite amount of plays. Next draw, does infinite amount of plays. I was just like, I can't believe I'm losing to this.
Well, this is when last regional. This is when Eddie just went burnt out mode. I ended up dueling that same opponent next round, and this is where the Maxine joke comes out of. So
Is that a common Maxine?
He's sitting right next to me. We're dueling at the side tables for the side event, and next thing you know, I have a Maxine. It's not even common. It's not even a common Maxine.
What rarity did you have?
It was a super, and I had it in my hand, and Eddie just looks at it, and he goes, "Is that a fucking common Maxine in your hand? What the fuck is that?" And I look at him, my opponent looks at him, the judge looks at him, and everybody's just like, "What the fuck is wrong with you, boy?"
Yeah, so in my defense, I did not get any sleep before that regional. Because I work in the middle of the night. I work graveyard shift. And we were going to pack up and leave our place at like 6 in the morning. And so I got out of work at like 3:30, 4 o'clock. I went home. I showered. I packed up my things. And he lives like about a block away from me. So I just went and met him up there. And we took off at 6 in the morning. I didn't even sleep on the drive there because I wanted to make sure I was 100% prepared. And then we had been dueling all day after that. And this is like what, like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, something like that. So from like 9 in the morning to 5 o'clock in the afternoon, we had been non-stop dueling back and back and back. Even like in between rounds, we would practice dueling in between rounds. So it was just like non-stop, and I was just mentally and physically exhausted. That like I was just spewing so much bull out of my mouth that like went on autopilot for that 30 seconds, and I noticed a common Mag C when it wasn't common, and I had to say something. I should have said it, and that's where the is that a common Mag C comes from? Yeah, not my proudest moment.
Yeah. Well, now it's about definitely spirals. Spirals. We'll definitely see spirals out there.
I might have.
We're
Technical difficulties.
we're on the Florida Turnpike, and this stretch between West Jupiter and Orlando. It's kind of sketchy. What were you saying?
We were talking
spirals
about
with
spirals.
the they're running that dark worm engine with the donuts. It's and even with Dragon
donuts.
Yeah, with Dragon Ravine and shit. Just putting monsters into the graveyard, bringing them out, and trying to link off as much as possible to get those plays going. Especially since their Spiral Resort's down to 1 now, and
I'm so happy.
yeah, I'll tell you one thing, they still have OTK potential. Definitely do.
Yeah, that's the only thing that got hit. So
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm fucking prepared. I mean, this is so good. I might actually beat a Spiral deck.
There you go.
I'm actually pretty happy.
What else do we have on the
What
list to
rogue
talk
decks?
about?
Oh, we're gonna see like Invoked. That's gonna be pretty popular. Invoke Hand Trap.
Invoke Hand Trap, Invoke Dracos, Invoked anything. You're gonna see a bunch of Invoked stuff. Especially a lot of people who are testing out, waiting for that new Link monster to come out. The Alistair.
I'm
Link
so
monster.
hyped. I'm so hyped.
Yeah.
And I'll hop back on that Invoke. Sure. I got rid of the Dracos, but I didn't get rid of my Invoke engine. I am hyped about that card.
Everything went up too.
Yeah, well, not everything. It was just they had a buyout on Macabre because it was still in the $25 range, but Macabre's $40.
Hazard reported ahead.
Shut up, Meg.
That's reported ahead.
But yeah, Macabre's $40. It's just like, wait, but you can't summon Macabre without invocation. Well, I mean, you can, but why would you? Like,
I don't know, man.
I don't know. It's just a weird buyout. That guy, I guess, is like taking the shit on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Florida.
So what was it that we're talking about now? Rogue decks?
Yeah, rogue decks.
Definitely gonna see World Chalices. Definitely gonna see
Steamroll over them. Got it.
see some type of FAs. We're definitely gonna see. What would we call it? I guess Dinos are still kind of rogue. We're gonna see ABCs. We're gonna see.
I hate ABCs.
Another deck another deck we're just definitely gonna see is gonna be Light Swords. 60
60
card Light
cards
Swords.
zombie lights.
We're also gonna see Infernoids. No doubt about it.
I left mine at home.
The Infernoids?
Yeah.
Definitely gonna see that. What else? Paleo, blah blah blah. I can't think of anything.
I think we're pretty good on that, right? Like, those are the common decks, and we're just gonna see like a bunch of like random, like super
Heroes.
random decks.
Maybe Subterrors. I mean,
How prepared do you think you are for YCS Atlanta?
I think I'm pretty prepared. I think I've done a lot of deck testing, a lot of training, and just keep practicing, and like later on in this trip, we're gonna pull out the laptop. I have my Wi-Fi card, and we're just gonna practice in the car.
Yeah. Oh man.
And just I mean, you can never be too prepared, honestly. And like in the musician world, like your performances are 70% of your practices. So if you're at a rehearsal and you're rehearsing at like a 60% success rate, you're gonna be performing at a performance at what a 30%. Like it's not. I feel like you have to always practice as if you're in a tournament setting and never screw around that type of a setting unless you're trying to figure out different plays. So then that's a different story. If you're just sitting there and going, all right, what if I do this combo, then take it back, and then try different combos and see which one works the best, that's a different story. But other than that, I think I'm pretty prepared for this. But we'll see. This is my first YCS, and my first regional was Fort Lauderdale, and I had to bet on that one. I took a deck that I wasn't prepared to use. I was like, you know what? I know dinos, my pure dinos.
I think I was on that same boat too. I had just started playing Invoked True Dracos like earlier that week.
Yep.
And I didn't have the ratios like down packed, like correct. And, you know, I won some games, but a lot of games I lost because poor ratios.
Yeah, exactly. And so, like, for me, I took True King dinos, and I just shot the bet all over the place because I didn't know the plays, I didn't know combos, and I know most of what everything does. It's just not knowing when to do it, when not to do it, and in what order to do it.
You ended up stopped playing that altogether after that, right? Like, stopped playing the True Kings.
Oh yeah, I took that out, and I just didn't play True Kings ever again. But after this tournament, after the YCS, depending on how things are going, my dinos was definitely gonna come back. I'm gonna be playing dinos, but on and off. We'll see what happens after this tournament.
Definitely depends on which deck I decide to play for YCS. Will depend on whether or not, like, how prepared I am. I'm still stuck in between the two decks.
Yeah.
And you know, and you know why? Like, cause like one deck I just started playing, like, cause the bandless hit. I'll admit it. One of the decks is Pendulum Magicians, right? And I had the original deck like down, packed, ready. I was ready for YCS Atlanta, and then the bandless hit, and then I'm just like, what the fuck? Wait, we got a comment. What are you playing for this tournament? Oh, well, so I haven't quite decided. Like I was just saying. So originally I wanted to play Pendulum Magicians, but then the bandless hit. So then I had to change the whole deck because Double Iris and Skull Crobat got banned, right? But I also want to play my Turbo Frogs because I know that deck inside and out from like bottom to top, and I know all the plays to that. It's just like not super competitively relevant. So I'm gonna make the decision tonight, but I'm more. If I can get a lot of practice in for my Pendulum Magicians, I'm probably gonna hit the
bring back hats.
I'm probably gonna hit the that's right, Julian.
Oh yeah,
that's right, Julian, because him and I were talking about hats the other day. I'm probably gonna bring back the Paleozoics for this weekend if I'm not prepared for how about you? What do you find?
I'd rather not say. I like the surprise factor. I have no idea.
We have so many followers.
But you know what? Just that one person can see something and just be like, hey, oh shit, it's the person I saw on
He's
YouTube.
playing dinos.
We'll see. We'll see what I'm playing. I've got a friend that's playing hats.
And I contest here with, I contest him with Paleo. Dude, Paleos are amazing, right? So with my Paleo Frog deck, I play 9 Paleo traps, but I play the standard Frog engine with 3 Rescue Rabbits and 3 Slime Toads and 2 Poison Draw Frogs. And the reason why I play the Poison Draw Frog is because its effect is a win, not an if, like Duke Frog is an if. So that means if I tribute Poison Draw Frog, I get to draw regardless. See what he says now? It seems like there's a lot of trap-focused decks that are becoming relevant. Yes. But I'm not too scared. If I play Paleozoics, I'm not too scared just because Toad just negates everything.
So what would this be for like Hatronade and Twin Twisters and Cosmic Cycle? Toad. We're not Toad on board yet.
Well, my whole deck is based on turboing out Toad every turn. If I don't have Toad, I mean, if I don't have Toad, then yeah, I don't mind. Cosmic Cyclone is what really hurts the deck, just because I can't bring back those traps.
Evenly matched can screw you over.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be something definitely people are gonna be playing evenly matched 3-ofs, especially either you're maining it or you're siding it, and that's gonna be in there for game 2.
I made the Imperial Order. Is that the one that negates the spells?
That's for the spells,
I made that one just for the Dark Hole Raigeki and blah blah blah. Just because I don't play the spellbook engine anymore.
It gets too clunky and it takes away from your normal summon, right?
Yeah, it takes away from normal summon, and I need that for a swap. Oh, do you go into Toad? Oh, fuck.
Shit. Oh, do you go into Toad first turn?
If you can, or do you want to wait until turn 2? Okay, so totally awesome. You always want to go into Toad first turn. Always.
Hazard reported ahead.
Shut up, Meg. And then, so if Toad survives the rest of that turn, on your opponent's turn, you summon Duke Frog, right? And then on your turn, you summon, if it survived your opponent's turn, then on your turn you summon Swap Frog from your deck. And then you use Swap Frog's effects like crazy. And that's all without normal summoning on your turn. And then once you've used up your materials for Totally Awesome, this is what I do, personally. I go ahead and link off Totally Awesome and Duke Frog for Miss Starboy, using Toad's effect for something, you know, to grab one of the frogs that you pitched for Swap Frog's effect. And then I just turn around and make Swap Frog. I mean, Totally Awesome, like right there. So now I've got Miss Starboy and Toad. And then sometimes if I've established myself really good, I can make 2 Miss Starboys and a Toad. And if you don't know, if you were able to suppress your opponent good enough and they have an open field, that's 8100 damage right there. That's an OTK. So definitely turn 1 Toad is your best option. Just shut down your opponent's first turn as best as possible so that you can have turn 3 to just do whatever you want. And once you get that ball rolling as a Paleozoic player, it's all downhill from there. Like, it's an uphill battle for your opponent. It really is.
And on top of that, if you can't get Totally Awesome out or whatnot, and then the next best thing is having double Duke Frog on board, where you just block off their attacks.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So, do you run any Link 3s in your extra deck? So go into the Decode Talker for an extra negate instead of second Mistar.
I think you only go to the second Mistar if you're gonna go for the OTK, right?
Yeah. So there's only 2 options. I go into the second Mistar. It's for the OTK, the extra damage, because sometimes, you know, your monsters are a little weak to get they're a little weak, and you know, a lot of decks, they have just naturally stronger monsters, so you want to boost up your Totally Awesome as high as possible. But I don't really play Decode. I just don't like Decode. I really just don't. At least not for Paleozoic deck. I don't really play any Link 3s. The only other Link that isn't Miss Starboy that I play is Decode Talker, and I only go into Decode Talker unless I'm playing against True Dracos, honestly.
Because of the target effect.
Yeah, because of the target effect, and he's just amazing. Stealing people's deck. I mean, stealing people's monsters is just awesome. So
wait, you know?
Yeah, with Borload. Oh no, Borload.
No, you said Decode. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I was talking about Borload this whole time. But yeah, I play Borload. I don't play Decode. And I love Borload over Decode, and it's actually really easy to make Borload in Turbo Frogs.
And he's unaffected by monster effects.
And you can't respond to any of his effects.
Yes,
too.
you can. You can't.
Oh no, you can't respond to the 500.
Correct.
But you can respond to the taking effect, which is really good to know if you're a Totally Awesome player. And if they attack your monster, your Toad, and they use the effect to steal your Toad, you can negate that effect with Totally Awesome. You can't take the card away from him because
he's unaffected by monster effects.
Borload can't go into defense. That's why you can't steal it.
But the other effect is you have to send it to the graveyard and then you steal it.
And then you steal it.
But the issue is Borload is unaffected by monster effects, so you can't. Is it unaffected by monster effect or?
No, he can't be targeted.
He can't be targeted by monster effects.
Yes. Have you thought about mixing the Kaiju engine with the field spell in order to get some stronger monsters on board? I haven't actually. I only side Gamma Seal.
That would be good to look into because you have that, and then Gamma Seal's effect to take 3 counters. I think is fucking OP. I forgot what his effect is.
to negate. He negates almost anything.
So
I mean,
another negate on board with a 3K booty.
I haven't. I won't lie to you. I haven't thought about it. I haven't. I've been playing Turbo Frogs for the past like 2 or 3 weeks, like crazy, and it's been like amazing. Like I just like getting a toad on the field like almost every turn.
And that's what I do. Try it out.
Okay, I'll do it right after Atlanta. I'll look into it. If you want, leave a comment with your deck list, and I'll give it a try, and I'll message you privately about what I think about it. Yeah, I mean, I went on a pretty good rant about Paleozoics. I love Paleozoics. I could talk about them all day. I'm awake now.
Yeah, you ain't sleeping.
Let's see, we got another topic. Do you want to move on?
What do we have there?
So we have the Lair Darkness deck.
Oh.
Some of the cards were announced.
So, what did he say? That'd be great. I run all kinds of bird decks.
Hey, for a while, I mean, I still play my Necros deck from time to time, so I understand about weird decks. It's bad, by the way. Necros, bad.
It's okay. It's all about Gravekeepers.
That deck is cancer.
All about Gravekeepers. It's okay. You lost against Gravekeepers.
I have.
In tournament.
I have.
It's all good. You can talk all the shit
I
you
lost
want.
because I didn't know you could use, at the time, I didn't know you could use Toad's special summon effect during either player's standby phase. That's why I lost. That's why I lost.
The other time you lost to Pot of Desires.
Yeah, they're that too. Ugh, I hate Potted Desires. Potted Neg 9.
Layer of Darkness. Talk about that.
Alright, so I'm gonna pull up.
I went top 8 regional with Magnet. I'm in the process of building my Magnet Warriors, and I still can't find a third field spell, and I have all the monsters already. I think I need a third of the fusion. I forgot which one it is, but I'm just missing a couple cards, and then I can finally build the fucking Magnet Warriors. I thought they're pretty cool concept, and I don't know, it's very nostalgic. And I also have a limited edition Valkyrian, the Magnet Warrior.
So I'm pulling up, it's so much fun, he said.
Yeah.
I'm pulling up the announcement so I can read you some of the effects, because I know you don't know what any of those effects are.
I know.
I've read it, and that deck looks like tits. It looks amazing. So let's start with the boss monster. Darkest Diabolos, Lord of the Lair.
The 2800 beat stick, right?
He's 3,000 attack.
3,000. Shit.
So he has 3 effects. Okay, you can only use the first and third effects with this card's name only once per turn. So that means I'm assuming the second effect you can spam it if you have.
Police reported ahead.
Oh, like a soft one per turn?
Yeah, it's like a soft. The second one, but the first and second are once per turn. So here's the first effect.
Yeah.
If a dark monster, and in parentheses, yes.
Yeah, monsters.
Yeah. You control is tributed, and this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can special summon this card. I especially love that effect because it reminds me of Dark World. And I used to play Dark Worlds like 4 years ago, and that deck is so much fun. And that's probably one of the biggest reasons why I want to play this deck. Second effect, your opponent cannot tribute this card. Also, this card cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effects. Holy fuck. So
no kaiju.
Yeah, no kaiju. That's the best part. You get your boss monster and you don't have to worry about getting kaiju, and he's 3,000 attack. So like
it's okay. Ultimate Conductor can take him out.
That's fine. That's fine. Cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effects. So that means he can't be popped by a we got a comment. It's like mixing the Monarch structure deck and another one that I forgot.
Lost World. Not Lost World, what you were just saying.
Dark World.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot like Dark World. This deck is tits. Alright, so the third effect. Oh, let me finish my thought. So like if you're playing against True Dracos, right? Masterpiece can't pop him because Masterpiece does this really lovely. I hate you so much, Siri. Masterpiece does this really lovely thing called target. Yep. Yeah. And not for this guy. So the third effect, you contribute 1 dark monster. Your opponent chooses 1 card from their hand for you to return to either the top or bottom of the deck.
That's how you summon it? Or that's just how to
That's his third effect. You contribute 1 dark monster. Your opponent chooses 1 card from their hand for you to return it to the top or bottom of the deck. So it's like a not as good version of. Actually, I would argue and say it's a better version of Omega.
No, I would totally play that in my Gravekeepers.
Like it's a better version of Omega because Omega you get the card back. But this card you have to draw in. You have to rely on either searching or draw into it.
Yeah,
so what if like you hit the Regeki? Now you legit have to draw into that card.
Well, they have to pick, is it right? They choose.
Yeah, your opponent chooses one card. So yeah.
So if that's the only card, Regeki, I mean.
Yeah, we're probably. So here's the next one. Lilith, Lady of Lament. She's 2000 attack, 0 defense, 3 stars. Now that's some pretty crazy stats for a 3-star. So she's got 2 effects. You can only use the second effect with this card's name once per turn. So the first effect is if this card was normal summon, its original attack becomes 1000. So don't normal summon it. Second effect, and this is a quick effect by the way. You contribute 1 dark monster, review 3 normal trap cards from your deck. Your opponent randomly chooses 1. Hold on, I got a phone call. Chooses 1 for you to set, and you to shuffle the rest into the deck.
Oh, you just pick 3 evenly matches. You're done.
It's got to be 3 different normal.
Oh, it has to be 3 different normal?
Wait, it doesn't even
No,
say
it says
that.
3 normal.
No, it says 3 normal.
3 evenly matches.
Yeah, you can do 3 evenly matches. You can do
3.
You can do dimensional barrier.
That's a normal.
Yeah. So there's a lot of options. I gotta call my mom. She's calling me.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So.
Well, as he does that, we're gonna leave it at that, and we'll probably come back live once we hit Georgia or something, or get closer towards the border of Florida.
Hey, what's up?
Just wanted to keep you guys updated and stuff like that. So if you like what you see, just subscribe, comment, like, and please share our pages. And don't forget, is that a comment back? See you got there. All right, take it easy, guys.